Hi and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. I wanted to wish you all a very happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and of course, a very happy New Year. Well, what's the Christmas season without A Christmas Carol? Here is a very special production from the Old Vic in London. It is adapted by Tony Award winner Jack Thorne and directed by Tony Award winner Matthew Warchus. And it stars Campbell Scott with Tony Award winners Andrea Martin and LaShawns. Here is a look at A Christmas Carol playing at the Lyceum Theater through January 5th. I'm on location at Feinstein's 54 Below to talk to a few of the people that will be performing here during the month of December. I'm with one of my favorite performers. I have been following Christine Petty for so long, from Forbidden Broadway to musical to Chicago, everything you've ever done. And you do the best voices of anyone. Her show is called Snow Business, December 20th and 29th here at Feinstein's 54 Below. So that was a pretty fabulous Liza. Nobody does Liza better than you.
I love her. She's just a bundle of joy, you know.
So when you do the divas with, like the 12 Days of Christmas, which I've seen you do, and it's amazing. Now you say you have 20 that you can choose from. Tell us about that.
Well, because I do a lot of different voices. I could have just done the top 12 most popular, most recognizable voices, but then I'd be like, every year, the same 12 women, and I would be bored. So the very first time I did it, I said, nope, let's put names in a hat. Somebody picks out a name, and I go, on the first, if it's, Bernadette Peters, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, and I do that. Then someone will pick out a name, and it'll be Joan Rivers. Oh, on the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, and then so on and so forth. And then at the end, I do
now
all 12.
I remember.
Yeah. And then I do all 12 backwards in a row, 12 calling birds, 3, 11, 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing. I do them all in succession.
But when you're doing it out of the hat, you have to remember all that.
Well, no, they gave me a stack of cards at the end. They hand me the cards that the people were reading, and they keep them in order, and I just go.
You can listen to Christine Petty on Sirius XM Radio and the Broadway Hour, and she's fantastic. And I thank you, and I wish you the best.
Nicest lady in show business.
Thank you. Remember, December 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Liza Minnelli.
Oh my God! I can't believe I'm so happy. You know what I mean? I love being in the cabaret. I love 54 Below. Isn't it terrific here? It's so pretty. It's festooned for the holidays. You know what I mean? And I love theater and show business and singing and the piano player and just everybody. I really, really do. You know what I mean? But it's that time of year where we want to get contemplative. And I thought I'd tell you a story about a truly terrific perfectly wonderful friend of mine, absolutely true story, that you may not know about. Listen, hit it. You know Dasher and Dancer. Who's the other? Oh, Prancer. I forgot about him. And there's so many Prancers in the room today. And Vixen. Oh, there's Comet and Cupid and Donner. Oh, God, he'd kill me if I forgot him. Blitzen. But do you recall the most truly terrific, absolutely fabulous reindeer of all? Oh my God, I love it. It's so sparkly, isn't it? Terrific. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer, well, they laugh at him. They call him names. I hated it. They never let poor Rudolph play with them in any of their reindeer games. But listen, you're never gonna believe it happened. It was a foggy Christmas Eve, and Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Terrific!
How exciting is it to be able to bring in the new year of 2020 with none other than Seth Sykes with songs from the 20s?
It's true, it's so exciting.
But I tell you, how did someone so young get such an affinity for the 20s?
It's a good question. These old songs are the only songs that I really connect to. I've always liked them my whole life. It started with my obsession with Judy Garland and her singing all these old songs.
And he is obsessed.
It's true, I am obsessed. But
And he is good.
but a lot of the songs she recorded were the songs she grew up listening to, all these Al Jolson songs from the 20s. So even though she was recording later than that, a lot of the songs I grew up listening to were these 20 songs, and they're so good.
Oh, wow. I mean, to go back, it's a treasure trove, as they say.
It is, and it's a deep one. It's a deep, deep trove. And I'm having a very hard time choosing songs. I'm drowning in music.
And you're like limited because there's a late show that night
That's
too.
right. That's right.
And you want to kind of get out of this area at some point. Because,
Absolutely.
Oh my God, it's hell.
Yeah, you'll be done by 8:30. We'll be out here, and then I'm go dancing or something.
So tell us about your background, because I was introduced to you by my friend Dan Shaheen,
Yes.
who's enamored with you and just thinks you're one of the most talented people he knows. And just give us a little background.
So I studied studied musical theater in school, but I decided quickly I did not want to be an actor. That life was not made for me. So I've worked mostly as an associate director in the theater for the last 10 years, and I miss singing a lot. I was spending all my time singing at piano bars, and somehow I got the nerve to get up here and do a show here 5 years ago. It was supposed to be a one-night-only show for all my friends, and here I am performing here pretty regularly, and now doing New Year's Eve.
And after New Year's Eve, you got anything else coming up?
I have to work on the tour. The band's visits, continuing to tour. We're putting in a new Dina on the tour, Janet DeCal. She's fantastic.
Oh, right, I just read that.
She's wonderful. We've been rehearsing her, and hopefully a couple more dates here. Not yet settled on yet, but I'm sure something will turn up.
Well, we wish you absolutely the best on New Year's Eve and have a wonderful new year. And it's a great way to bring in the new year to come and see Seth Sykes, I tell you.
I'm nobody's baby. I wonder why Each night and day I pray the Lord up above, please send me down somebody to love. But nobody wants me. I'm blue somehow. Won't someone hear my plea and take a chance with me? Because I'm nobody's baby now. Believe me, no, nobody's baby. And I've got to know the reason why. Last week I was chatting on an app and met a chap, and I said, hey, maybe I was meant for you. But before he blocked me, he so rudely said, I wish we'd met when you were 22. Oh, nobody wants me. I'm mighty blue somehow. Won't someone hear my plea and take a little chance with me? Because I'm nobody's baby, like I once was. Won't someone hear my plea and take a chance with me? Because I'm trying, I'm crying, I'm lonesome, all my own some. I don't mean maybe, I'm nobody's baby, 'cause nobody once or twas.
Very special appearance right now by Norm Lewis and his new CD, which not even a CD, it's on vinyl.
How about that?
Oh my God, I'll have
Remember
to.
those?
I do. I have the biggest record collection.
Wait, it was so cool to get this in the mail, and then you have, look at here, look at that. You got liners,
Oh my
you got pictures, and it's actually an album. Oh my God, look at that. It's an album. It's an album. All right.
Brings back memories.
Yeah, because we used to put these on, and we had one where you were able to stack them.
Oh yes.
And then they
of
would
course,
fall
and
and-
fall.
Yeah. So I'm just
I
so
still
excited.
have a record player.
Do you really?
I do.
I had to buy a new one. Actually, I had to buy a new one, which is great. Because vinyl is making a resurgence. That's why I did this.
You're going to be here for an entire week from
Yeah.
December 17th through the 22nd
Right.
with your holiday show.
Right.
Every time I hear you sing, it's a joy. And you sang Home just before, and I was with Richard Maltby last night, who told me the story that
Oh,
in
yes.
case for the MTC Gala, Norm, what do you have in case I need you to do another number? And when you sang Home, he said, you're doing it whether they show up or not. So tell us what it's like to work with Richard J. Alexander, because he's
God.
pretty amazing
He's-
himself,
Yes, and he's naughty and he's nice.
which is the name of his
It was
Christmas
the name
show,
of the
by the
show.
way.
But no, Richard has been such an inspiration, and he's so smart. He figures things out. I think what he has this ability to know what an audience really, really wants, and so he comes at it from an audience's perspective, and incorporating what the artist can give. But he is someone that just has changed the scope of this whole genre for me, and so I love him as a friend, and he's been an amazing director, and so it's been great. And also working with Joseph Joubert, he also throws in more than his 2 cents. He throws in like 50 cents or to $1. He has been so great at orchestrating and making these songs that we've chosen new and work for me, and so it's been amazing working with him.
Yeah,
Great
I've
team.
seen him with you before, and
Yeah.
he's pretty terrific.
Yeah.
Now, I came to see you when you did Phantom of the Opera, and I was like, why else would I go back to see Phantom after all those years? And what a treat it was. And you like really made history on Broadway.
Yeah, I was very lucky to be. I was the first African American to play the role, but for me, it's not even about that. What I did or what I was part of was a bigger picture. They finally had a chance or saw a chance for someone different to play the role, and I had people at the stage door that would come up to me who were from India from South America and from who were Native American who came up to me and said, I feel now that I can play this role. And there's a chance for me to play this role. So it's bigger than that. I mean, for me to have that title, it's great, but again, it's bigger than me.
It's a joy to be talking with Norm Lewis. Good luck December 17th through the 22nd at Feinstein's 54 Below.
Naughty and nice.
Naughty and nice.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall grass bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the scene makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I have some direction. It would sure be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time be my friend and help me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. And oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away, or should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy for me, but it's taught me to love. So it's real, real, real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, oh, like home.
We look forward to the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, and this year is no exception. It is spectacular. I think they outdo themselves every year.
Old Saint Nick is gonna take the flight. The moon is shining bright. Ring out the bells. Old Saint Nick will ride through the sky. You should see these reindeer fly.
Going for a sleigh ride. Christmas time is here again. Come on, we're going for a sleigh ride to spread good cheer again. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.